Hello everyone! Welcome back here on my channel. This is me once again, Teacher Jinjin, your virtual teacher here on YouTube. Kung bago ka pa lang sa channel na ito, gumagawa ako ng mga Tagalog tutorial videos mula grade 7 hanggang grade 11. Kung interesado ka, please like, subscribe at i-click mo na rin ang notification bell para ma-notify ka kapag may bago akong upload na video. Kung gusto mong mag-advance learning mula first quarter hanggang fourth quarter, kompleto na yung topics natin, feel free to visit our playlist. Okay? Let's get it started! Magandang araw mga minamahal kong grade 7 students. Sa video lesson na ito ay pag-uusapan natin ang real number system. Pagkatapos ng discussion ay i-guide ko kayo sa inyong learning task number 1, letter A at letter B. Okay? Ang real numbers is the set of numbers containing all of the rational numbers and all of the irrational numbers. Ibig sabihin may dalawang category sa real number system. Una ay yung rational, pangalawa naman ay yung irrational numbers. Mahalagang malaman ninyo ang mga definitions at kung ano yung mga examples niya upang sa ganon ay meron kayong strong foundation sa real number system. Kasi mapag-aaralan nyo to hanggang maging grade 10 kayo at hanggang maging college na rin kayo. The real number system has many subsets. Natural numbers, meron ding whole numbers, at meron ding integers. So, ano nga ba ang natural numbers? Natural numbers are the set of counting numbers. Diba pag nagbibilang tayo ay from 1 siya, hindi siya from 0. Kaya, ang counting numbers is from positive 1 hanggang positive infinity. Another one, yung whole numbers. Whole numbers are the set of numbers that include 0 plus the set of natural numbers. So, kanina yung counting numbers ay walang 0, diba? Dito sa whole number, idadagdag lang natin yung 0 plus yung counting numbers that would be the whole numbers. Another one, yung integers naman. Integers are the set of whole numbers and their opposites. So, napag-aralan na natin yan sa mga nakaraang video. Kung maalala ninyo yung number line, di ba? From 0 hanggang positive infinity at hanggang negative infinity. So, yung opposite ng positive 1 ay negative 1. Yan ang integers. Next, ano naman ang rational numbers? Rational numbers are any numbers that can be expressed in the form of A over B, where A and B are integers and B is not equal to 0. So, lahat ng integers can be expressed as A over B. Pero, hindi pwedeng maging 0 yung denominator kasi magiging undefined siya. Okay? They can always be expressed by using terminating decimals or repeating decimals. Ang example ng rational number ay terminating decimals. So, ang terminating decimals are decimals that contain a finite number of digits. Ibig sabihin merong hangganan. For example, 36.8, di ba hanggang 0.8 lang siya. 0.125, 4.5. So, ito yung mga terminating decimals. Meron siyang hangganan. Next is repeating decimals. Yung repeating decimals naman contain an infinite number of digits. For example, 0.333333 hanggang katapusan na yan. And then 1.9 na may bar sa taas. Ang ibig sabihin ng bar na to ay walang hanggan or walang katapusan na 9. So that is repeating decimals. Ibig sabihin na ulit-ulit yung 9. Dito naman na ulit-ulit yung 3. How about this? 7.689689. Ano yung naulit dyan? Yung 689. So, repeating decimal din siya. Okay? Again, ang rational number can be expressed as A over B. Pwedeng terminating at pwedeng repeating decimal. Ang irrational numbers naman are any numbers that cannot be expressed as, baliktad to, as A over B. Opposite niya yung rational numbers, diba? Pwede nating i-divide yung rational number. They are expressed as non-terminating, non-repeating decimals, decimals that go on forever without repeating a pattern. For example, dito sa first example dito, diba? 0.3433, tapos ang sumunod na ay 4333. Naulit-ulit nga yung iba pero wala siyang pattern. Okay? Hindi katulad kanina na nauulit yung numbers. 45.86745. So, walang nauulit at go on forever siya. So, ibig sabihin nito ay tuloy-tuloy na siya. Again, ang irrational ay non-repeating decimals at non-terminating decimals. Another example is yung pi. 'Di ba yung pi is maraming numbers yan? Hindi lang 3.1416 yon. Meron pang katuloy yon at walang katapusan. Then, square root of 2 ay irrational number din. I-summarize lang natin ha. Ang rational numbers ay pwedeng fractions, pwedeng integers, pwedeng terminated decimals, at repeated decimals. Ang irrational number naman ay mga non-perfect squares, non-terminated decimals, at non-repeated decimals. Yun yung pagkakaiba nila. Now, let's proceed to square root. Ano naman ang square root? Alam kong alam nyo na to kasi napag-aralan nyo na to nung elementary kayo. A square root of a number is a number when multiplied to itself will give you the original number. For example, the square root of 9 are positive and negative 3 because when positive 3 and negative 3 are multiplied to themselves, they are equal to 9. Ibig sabihin yan, kapag kinukuha natin yung square root, mag-iisip kayo ng number na kapag imumultiply mo sa sarili niya ay magiging yung number na yon. So, ang mga perfect squares from 1 to 30 ay itong mga to. So, kapag kinuha natin yung square root ng 1, magiging 1 siya. Kapag kinuha naman natin yung square root ng 4, that is equal to 2 kasi 2 times 2 equals 4. Or pwede ring negative 2 times negative 2 equals positive 4 din. Kaya nga, ang square root ng number ay positive at negative. Okay? Then, every positive number has two square roots. One is positive and the other is negative. Kagaya nga ng sinabi ko kanina, lahat ng positive number ay may dalawang square root. For example, yung square root ng 25 is equal to positive negative 5. Kasi nga, positive 5 times positive 5 equals 25. Negative 5 times negative 5 equals 25 din. Okay? Then, the principal square root is the positive square root of the given number or radicand. Ito yung madalas natin na ginagamit, yung principal square root. Katulad nito, ang mga principal square root niya ay positive lang. Walang negative, di ba? So, ito ay principal square root ng mga perfect squares. Halimbawa, ang principal square root ng 25 equals positive 5 lang kasi ang kailangan lang natin is yung positive square root. Okay? Then, the principal root is rational if the radicand is a perfect square. If not, then the principal square root is irrational. Ang ibig sabihin lang nun, kapag daw yung principal square root is a perfect square, rational. Halimbawa, yung 1, yung 4, yung 9, yung 16, and so on. Tapos, yung mga non-perfect square naman ay irrational lahat yan kasi non-repeated at non-repeating decimal yung mga sagot nila. Okay? Then, another one, 0 has only one square root, which is 0 lang. Hindi siya positive, hindi siya negative. 0 lang yung magiging square root ng 0. Yung negative numbers naman do not have real square roots. Their square roots are called imaginary numbers. So, marahil maririnig nyo to ng maraming beses, yung the square root of a negative number is an imaginary number. Kasi hindi natin pwedeng kunin ang square root ng negative. Kahit subukan nyo pang isolve yan sa calculator, ang lalabas dyan, math error or syntax error. So, ano ba ang magiging sagot niyan? Ang imaginary number kasi ito yon. Square root of negative 1 is an imaginary number by definition. But by definition, yung square root ng 25 is equal to positive 5. Ito yung principal square root. Ngayon, ano ang negative square root of 25? Dito, nasa labas yung negative. So, anong magiging sagot niyan? That is negative Tapos, ano yung square root ng 25? That is 5. Kaya, negative 5. Dito naman sa pangalawa, ano ang square root of negative 25? So, by definition, that would be equal to 5i. Ibig sabihin yan, 5 times imaginary number. Okay? Then, for your information, when taking the square root of any number that is not perfect square, kapag hindi siya perfect square, the resulting decimal will be non-terminating and non-repeating. Ibig sabihin, those numbers are always irrational. So, sa learning test number 1 ninyo, kapag perfect square, ibig sabihin rational siya. Kapag naman non-perfect square, ibig sabihin irrational siya. So, let's try to answer this learning test number 1. So, ito yung mga perfect squares ha. So, dapat may R dyan. Write R if the square root of the number is rational and I if irrational. So, dito ang tip ko sa inyo, kung makikita ninyo itong mga to, dito sa ating chart, then perfect square siya. Kapag hindi nyo makikita dyan, ibig sabihin, non-perfect square. Kapag non-perfect square, irrational. Alright? So, square root of 64. Nandito ba siya, yung 64? Meron ito. So, ang square root ng 64 is equal to 8, pero hindi niya sinabing kunin natin yung answer niya. Ang ilalagay lang natin is R or I. So, ano ang ilalagay natin? Rational siya, that means R. Okay? Ano naman kapag square root of 144? Rational ba siya or irrational? Meron ba siya dito sa chart? Hanapin nyo nga. Tama, ito yon. So, that is rational din. Paano naman yung square root ng 19? Nakikita nyo ba siya dito? So, wala siya. Ibig sabihin, irrational. Okay? Kasi kapag kinuha natin yung square root niyan, magiging non-terminating or non-repeating decimal. How about square root of 57? Meron ba siya dito? Wala din. So, this is irrational also. How about square root of 256? Meron ba siya dito? Meron ito. So, this is rational. Alright? So, ganun lang siya kadali. Next, dito naman sa letter B, between what two integers the square root of the numbers can be found? So, ano ba ulit yung definition ng integer kanina? Set of whole numbers and their opposite. So, ibig sabihin, hahanapin lang natin dito kung nasaan banda yung given na integers. Nasaan banda yung square root of 20? Nandito siya sa pagitan ng 16 and 25. So, ibig sabihin, yung square root of 20 can be found in between 4 and 5. Kasi, ang hinahanap natin is yung integer, hindi yung 16 tsaka 25. Okay? Nasaan naman yung square root of 115? Nasaan siya banda? Diba nandito siya sa pagitan ni 100 at 121. Ibig sabihin, nasa between 10 and 11. So, ganun lang siya. Saan naman yung square root of 349 banda? Dito siya banda. So, dito ba? Or dito sa 324 at 369? So, dito siya. So, ibig sabihin, between 18 and 19. Number 4, saan naman ang 650? So, nandito yung 650 sa pagitan ni 25 at 26. Okay? Square root of 70, saan naman dyan? So, nandito siya sa 64 and 81 sa pagitan nila. Kaya dito siya sa between 8 and 9. Okay? So, tapos na natin ang learning test number 1. Abangan ninyo yung learning test number 2 sa susunod na video. Kung nakatulong ito sa inyo, please do like this video at mag-comment na rin kayo sa baba. Once again, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy at mag-aral ng mabuti. God bless you all and goodbye!